Well, I know I typically show up to these 2-minute tips feeling happy and upbeat. And today, if I'm honest, I'm feeling a little discouraged and mad. I'm feeling upset because in the last week alone, I have heard from 4 different people who are in work situations right now that are not setting them up for success. They are in climates, work environments that are truly stepping on their ability to bring forth their best thinking and their best work to the team. That's an issue because a leader's responsibility is not to come up with the best ideas or do the best work, but really to focus on creating a work environment that will bring out the very best in every one of their employees. That is a leader's job. And so let's talk about how do we do that? How do we create such an environment? Well, it takes understanding how the human brain is perceiving the workplace. That's where we need to focus. Your employees, your team members, their brains are not viewing the workplace as an economic transaction. If you pay me this, I will do this work. It's not that simple. No, they are viewing the workplace first and foremost as a social system. And their brain is scanning for social rewards and threats. 5 times per second, the brain at a subconscious level is scanning for these threats and rewards. Now, our brains actually perceive social threats and respond to social threats in the same way that they respond to physical threats. So we know when we are perceiving that there is potential physical harm in our way, that we go into a fight or flight or freeze mode, and the blood and oxygen in our brains actually rush back to the lower part of the brain because we don't need to pause and think rationally and critically and strategically in that moment. No, we need to react quickly for survival. And at work, when we experience a social threat, a threat to our social well-being, guess what? Our brains do the exact same thing. We lose access to the part of our brains that we actually need to do great work and to be able to think clearly. And instead, we start to react out of a survival mode. This does not enable us to bring forth great thinking, ideas, and work to the team. And so I want to actually spend the next couple of 2-minute tips focused on the 5 domains of social well-being, the 5 drivers of our social safety, so that we can understand what is it that the human brain is scanning for and how can we enhance our employees and our team members' sense of social well-being so that we can bring out the best in them. We are going to reference the SCARF model in this series. The SCARF model was created by David Rock out of the NeuroLeadership Institute, one of the most profound models out there. I reference it all the time, both in my work and honestly in my personal life. And so I'm very excited to introduce you to this model as an applicable tool, framework for you to apply when thinking about creating a healthy, high-performing, highly engaged work environment.